Happy holidays from Jackson Homes Group. I'm Virginia, mother.
And I'm Laura, daughter. And today we're going to talk about how to throw a party without going broke. And that's perfect for the holidays because maybe you can do more festivities this winter with these saving tips.
There you go. There you go.
So the holiday season's rapidly approaching, making this the time to start planning your holiday party. And whether you host a holiday party every year or it's your first one, here are some tips that help you plan a party that's fun, festive, and budget friendly.
First, set a budget.
Second, create your guest list.
Third, plan your entertainment.
Fourth, plan your menu.
Decorate.
And have a plan for the end of the party.
Now, one thing that we like to do is plan parties with somebody else to host. So if you can save money by hosting with somebody else, either a friend, neighbor, family member. And this allows you to share the planning, budgeting, and hosting efforts.
Mm-hmm. All right, Virginia, how about you tell us the first tip, which is setting a budget?
All right. So the different things that you need to be thinking about with respect to setting your budget is your invitation list, decorations, venue, and where you want to spend your money and where you would like to prioritize it. So is it the venue or is it the guest list or what?
Yeah, and so if it's obviously like a music thing, you might want more of the venue and booking music and making sure you have high quality sound, and other things can be something that you save costs on. All right. And secondly, create your guest list with your budget in mind. So you can send physical invitations, which, are tangible and do give people a little bit of nostalgia and everything, and, shows that you're putting a lot of thoughtful effort into it. Or you can save money and even get as chic as you would with paper invitations by sending electronic invitations. And they have really gotten really good nowadays. So there's definitely plenty of programs. I'm a fan of Canva. So there's ways to make your electronic invitations just as beautiful as those old school paper invitations that we all used to get.
Yes, and the pros and cons it just depends on your preference, right? Of course, if you go with paper printed invitations, you have a keepsake. But I do like the near instantaneous features of the electronic invitations, because as soon as you see them RSVP, you got it instead of waiting for it to come in the mail.
And this is especially useful whenever you're planning a potluck or asking guests to bring snacks or beverages, or trying to keep track of allergies and whatnot. So digital is kind of what we lean to, but we like to give it that chic decor that you expect from an invitation.
Yeah. Okay, cool. So also when you're having an event, you're going to want to plan your entertainment. That could be anywhere from music, that might be on Pandora, Spotify, maybe even, what's that system that you use?
Spotify. And then on the TV, sometimes I know there's like music choice with Xfinity that we've done a couple different times. And then we use the YouTube app often. So for karaoke and for, I believe we used it for Thanksgiving, some ambiance.
Yes.
Like to have a fireplace look along with the music to match.
Yeah, and that's so cool.
And something you can do is wear festive attire and offer a prize to participants, and definitely make sure that kids have a space to have joy and stuff too, if it is kid friendly.
Right. So one of the things that you could do is you could encourage, festive sweaters, or maybe even invite somebody to be Santa. And then it's good to have, like, if you have children, maybe have some goodie bags for them. And
and definitely if you are giving gifts like Secret Santa or White Elephant, set a budget for those gifts too, so that everybody kind of has the same,
Expectation.
expectation.
Right.
Right. And we did touch on this a little bit, but plan your menu. And if you're having your party catered, hire them sooner rather than later because you don't want to be stuck. But if you're cooking the meal yourself, you can cook ahead of time and freeze it. I'm really not, this should have gone to her. She's more of the menu person. And so also you can ask friends to bring sides if you're going to be preparing the main meal, and then that adds a little bit of variety to it. And then, especially if it's intended to be sides, you're not overflowing your kitchen too much.
Yeah, sides or desserts. Okay, so if you're cooking yourself, you really want to set the menu. There are some things that you could do prep ahead with respect to getting maybe the veggies chopped, getting as much of the meal done ahead of time as possible, and then get it, have it ready to go so that event day you have a much tighter preparation schedule. Also, brunch or breakfast might be cheaper rather than hosting a full-up evening event.
That is a good tip for some young adults who are just starting out adulting and hosting.
Okay, if you're planning a potluck, that's also a good way to do it so that you have everybody bringing something to share. That's really cool. One fun thing that we like to do also for most of our events is have a signature drink. Now, for me, it's usually been something like hot apple cider, but recently we've also been hearing about mocktails.
Yes, and definitely something kind of kombucha based, and then maybe adding some seltzer water to it, or something ginger beer, or I don't know if this counts as a mocktail, but I definitely use it as one, is serving iced lattes or iced coffee in lieu. Oh, that sounded like a great idea. From the universe, in lieu of I don't know, other iced brews. So going the cold brew route, coffee cold brew rather than a beer cold brew.
And or a cute, mocktail that's just a virgin drink. So.
Yes. And then those are a way to also just make it cute too.
That's right.
All right. And then definitely you want to be mindful of
decorating. So decorating, what we like to do is build up our inventory of decoration items, and then that way we're able to use it year after year. And we're getting quite good. We love decorating. We love doing our Thanksgiving spread, and
oh yes, and I think some of you might have seen our short of our pie giveaway where we had Pai Mei, I didn't even realize his name had pie in it, sitting like a little prince on a throne, and we staged the trailer. So that's just a little idea of how you can decorate. All of those have been accumulated over time, or even donated or sourced from a thrift store. So not a lot of this is new from the department stores or grocery stores for decor wise.
Right. So in keeping with the theme of a holiday event, you might want to have either pine cones or perhaps paper snowmen, and just a lot of neat little items.
Yep. And yeah, so just decor. Oh my gosh. Check out all of our videos for more decor to come. We love it. And so this gets to the tail end of the party. Pre-plan your plan for the end of the party, because if you told your guests to bring containers ahead of time, you will cut down on wasted food and send the food out with your guests, and so you can kind of share the love, send people home with leftover treats and meals, portions, and then you won't have a refrigerator overflowing with food, which I mean, sometimes that's nice, but not always, especially if you have to carry the burden.
And if some of your decorations are centerpieces or flowers, that's a nice way to thank your guests for coming, is to send some centerpieces or flowers home with them.
And you could give it to the people who help out or participate in the festivities or stuff too. So you can do positive encouragement that way. And lastly, this is something that I know we're a fan of, is you might want to find a way to set up a photo shoot. This could be with an instant Polaroid camera, which I found those are nice, but I kind of like a digital photo shoot situation too, like kind of with a remote, a clicker, and that could get a little more tricky. But I also find that the Polaroids sometimes they get lost, and you know.
Yep.
So, but definitely be thinking about what you want to do. It's important, I think, to capture the memory not only for you, but also for your guests. And then that can be a memory that you share with them later on, both soon after or for an invitation next year.
One more last idea that I'd like to share is you might want to create a hashtag for the event. And then that way, any of the guests who take pictures and if they upload them for that hashtag, then that way you get to see it too.
Yes, I love that. Right on. Yep. Create a hashtag and populate it.
Right, right.
All right. Well,
Happy holidays.
Happy holidays and have a great one. And make sure you give a like and subscribe. And again, this is Laura Jackson, daughter,
Virginia Jackson, mother,
with Jackson Homes Group. All
Bye
right.
now.
Bye. Ciao.